What's up, guys? It's been a long time since I dropped a podcast, but I have this one sitting in the archives and I feel morally obligated to make sure it's out in the world. So this episode, I speak to Kahlil McDonald. He played QBL for the Maroochydore Clippers back in, I think it was 2014. I got coached by him and we stayed in touch ever since. And Kahlil's one of those guys who was like, pretty much set the tone for me in my life for what it means to work hard. He's a special athlete, so I had to get him on. I had to pick his brain. I had to ask him about high performance, how he thinks, how he behaves, some of his stories, his journey through basketball. I loved recording this one. I woke up at like 2 a.m. our time, and yeah, the dedication was there, and I loved it. I can't wait to share it with you. And right before I go, I just want to let you know that although I've been MIA for a while, I'm coming back to the world of refereeing. And my passion is still mindset, mental health, psychology, etc. and building a community. It's called the Ref Room, right? It's the Ref Room. It's a hub, a home base for all referees to come and raise the bar, raise the standard, become educated, be around a culture of high performance and just uplifting positive individuals who want to grow and become better. And I'm going to be guiding that group. I'm going to be leading it, but it's going to be special. Hit the link and join the community. And without further ado, enjoy this episode.
Bet.
What you doing, man? You good?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm good. How are you? What you
How's
say?
your family, man? How's your family?
Very good. How's your family?
Yeah, good. Yeah, everyone's good.
Yeah, tell them I said what's up.
I will. Hey, let's just dive straight in, bro. Usually what I do at the start of my podcast is I got a list of 23 questions. You're going to give me a number between 1 and 23. Whatever question you land on, that's going to lead to a randomly generated question.
Okay.
So hit me with a number, man. What number you going with? 1 to 23?
7.
Yeah, okay. I thought you would do 7. All right, so if you could only listen to one song to get pumped up before a game, what would it be?
I really don't have like a favorite song that I go to. It just gotta be like I gotta be in the mood or whatever, depending on.
So you're taking the Jalen Brunson route? You listen to a bit of Justin Bieber or?
Nah.
Nah.
It could be hip, it could be rap, or it could be R&B.
Yeah.
Either or.
Give me one rapper you like.
Jay-Z.
Old school Jay-Z.
Yeah, for sure.
Kahlil, it's so funny, man, because I don't even know that much about you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that much about your journey as a basketball player. I don't know that much about, your life. Obviously, I've followed what you shared online and, we connected way back in like 2013, 14, around then. But I want to know, just to get a little bit of background on you, I want to know two questions. The first question is, why did you ever pick up a basketball? And part 2 to that is, why have you never put it down?
Picked up a ball. So basketball is actually like my third sport.
Your third?
Yeah, I played baseball as my first sport.
You're right.
I did baseball first.
Yeah.
Then I ran track, and then basketball. And then basketball obviously is the one I fell in love with. But I just been around it. Just being around it, growing up, in Brooklyn. My dad had me around it. My uncle, was like really into it. And then I just ran with it, really. Once I fell in love with it, I was always around. My dad always had me around. My dad was always helping like kids and stuff like that. So I was always around basketball or any type of like programs or whatever. So I was always involved in it somehow. So eventually I just fell in love with it. And then the work ethic was always there. I guess I just got that from my pops too, just hustling, being a hustle, a hustle kid, a grind kid. Just always trying to go hard and get better, at at what I'm doing in anything,
Mm,
not just basketball. But
mm,
he gave me that mentality growing up. My dad did, and my
mm.
mom. Once I picked up a ball, it's like,
It's on.
hard work, just hard work from there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then now it's like it's my it's my job. Now I'm giving back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm giving back to the game. Well, trying to anyway.
Mm, that's cool, man. And so you talk about like this work ethic, right? You talk about you always had the work ethic. You got that instilled in you from a young age. But like from my point of view, I feel like a lot of people try to take on like a strong work ethic. A lot of parents try to instill a strong work ethic in their children, but it doesn't always stick. And from from where I'm sitting, you have one of the greatest work ethics of anyone I've ever met, right? And that's just how I feel. And I I can't see a way in which that's incorrect, because when you were here in Australia, very least, like, bro, you were living out of a trailer, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like, and every morning up, putting in shots, every day working out, everything like that. And whenever I'd ask you for advice, like 99.9% of the chance, you could bet on the fact that you're going to tell me to work harder.
For sure.
So like, why does that stick for you? And like, have you been able to grasp onto that? And how can we like instill, I guess, even you work with a lot of youth basketball players, you've given a lot of advice to me over the years. And how can we kind of like cultivate this work ethic that you've been able to develop and like make a part of your identity almost?
I don't know, like you said, like it doesn't always I don't think it doesn't always it's not always, I guess, passed down, like the
Mm,
work ethic part of
mm,
it. Not always passed down from your parents, I guess, because I know for a fact there's parents out here who have a crazy, like some kids that I train,
mm,
not all, but there's some kids I train and their parents are like, go hard, go hard, go hard. And their parents are, their parents got that work ethic, but it doesn't always,
don't always translate.
it's not always passed down to the kid. It doesn't always,
Mm,
it's not always instilled in the kid too, I guess. I honestly don't know why it's like that.
yeah.
Sometimes it's just when you work so hard for something as a parent, and then a kid is raised into what you already work for,
Mm, mm,
as opposed to seeing you struggle.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me reframe it a little bit. Let me ask you, so let me ask you kind of what you're driven by, because from my experience, let me give you a little story about myself, right? When I was young, I worked hard. Um,
For sure.
and I've always had that work ethic in me, right? And what I realized, particularly in the last few years, is that I was actually being driven by quite a like almost like a dark side. I was being driven more so by this feeling that I wasn't good enough, or it was coming from insecurity, right? And it was coming from this desire to like prove myself and, be worthy of like respect and make sure that, you know, um it was coming from like a negative fuel. And I guess what I'm trying to ask you is like, do you have like that dark side that's driving you, or is it always been more of like a a light, like a faith that's driving you, or has it been more like how much has been running away from pain and how much has been running toward pleasure as you like remain motivated throughout what you're doing?
It's a little bit of both. Like definitely doubters, and then being a Christian, to having faith too,
For
and
sure.
knowing that you know everything is a journey. So
Mm,
I was always doubted.
mm,
I was small.
mm.
You know what I mean? I grew when I was in high school. I started my freshman year. I was 5'4". So it was like I was always small, always small. Then I just shot up.
Shut up.
But I always had like uh, a work ethic and something, like a chip on my shoulder.
Yeah. And that came from the
Always.
doubters.
Yeah. So, and then I remember my coach told me, back when I was in Brooklyn at Bishop Lockland, he told me, like, I only be as good as a D3 player or whatever he said. I think told me that. I think he told my dad something like that anyway.
Whoa.
And, I was fine with me, whatever. You know what I mean? But
You
here
didn't
I am.
believe him. You didn't believe him.
Here I am. I went to prep school. I had a whole bunch of D1s looking at me. The grade situation didn't pan out with the clearinghouse, so I had to go to junior college.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went that route. When D1 JUCO was All American, then I went to Western Kentucky. So he was completely wrong. And that's fine with me. And I don't even have nothing against him or anybody that ever like doubted me out. It doesn't really matter. It's just more so like you just another notch on the belt that I achieved or that I overcame. So that's how I look at it. Everything is I don't look at nothing as dark. Yeah, I don't like that. Dark is like that's negative. I don't look at doubt as negative.
Yep.
More like a fuel. There's no negative. There's nothing negative about if you're doing something, you're gonna have doubters. How good is LeBron? He still got doubters. Year 21, right?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's true.
You still got doubters. You still got haters. So it doesn't matter what you do. You still gonna be that hater in this ear, and then it's gonna be the love in that ear. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna be love and hate either way. No matter what level you get, you could be at your lowest level. You're gonna have the positive and negative. You could be at the middle or the high. Either way, it's still gonna be same stuff.
Yeah. So do you get like a lot of young? So you train a lot of young dudes, huh?
Yeah.
You get a lot of these dudes come up to you and be like, "Oh, they said this about me. They said that about me. I don't know if I could do it. Like, I got people doubting me and that." You get people come up to you and say that stuff or not?
Not too much. I mean, I'm open. That door is open for the kids, but I don't know. This generation is a little different. I don't know. I don't really feel like the younger generation right now express themselves well in a verbal sense.
Yeah. Okay. How so?
They just don't talk.
Yeah. Okay.
They don't talk. I'm passionate when I train. If I'm training, kids going, I'm gonna curse you out. That's what it is. You training, you know what I mean? Whether you going hard or not, I'm still gonna be cursing you out. Like, yo, you gotta push yourself. You gotta push yourself. And it's even worse if you're not going hard. That's like what you here for. What you here for. So it's like, there's kids is like, I don't know, was never a kid. I mean, there's some kids is like that'll talk to me like, yo, what I need to do. I wanna get better. Like there are those kids. But they're never really telling me like, yo, they saying this about me. They saying this about me. Not really. I haven't really got like, they'll tell me something. Like they'll ask me what they think I need, what they think they need, what they think. They ask me what I think they need to improve. Something like that, but not so much like, oh, they saying this about me. Nah, I haven't really got.
And is it usually is it a pretty recurring answer that you're giving to all these kids in terms of like what they need to improve, or is it different for each person?
Nah, it's different.
It's different.
I mean, players are different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what you need to work, all need to work on every aspect of the game. So, all right, this is how I go. This is how I train. Well, I try to train, because sometimes I have a group session and it's like, all right, you can't really work on specific things because you have a group of guys. So we try to just, get shots up and stuff like that. But if I'm working on something with a kid, if they're in season, I'm gonna ask them, where do you get your shots at in the offense? All right, what's your role, or what do you do in the game? Like, what should the coach have you do? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And then we work on that. So if you get your shots, you know what I mean, off a curl, or, you know what I mean, zipper cuts, straight cuts, whatever, 1 dribble, 2 dribble pull-ups, stuff like that. If you get your shots a certain way, we gonna work on that. Now, off season is when you work on things that you're trying to add to your game.
And I was very interested in like your actual journey as well. And I want to shift back real quick because I want to know like throughout your career, speak to me about like some of the adversity that you faced like throughout all of your career, in fact, because I don't know like a whole lot. Like I know when you were in Australia, it was like I feel like your back was up against a pretty you were up against the wall a little bit. Um, but like, yeah, speak to me about that, Mark. 'Cause, like, I want to know about like the whole deal, man. Like, I don't know that much about you, and I'm like, man, I need to get inside this dude's head because like there's so much gold up in there, and I'm trying to figure out how can I extract some of that. So what kind of things did you face? And
So you mean from the beginning?
go from the beginning, man. Like, why not? Why not?
I was wild, man. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Like I went
that's so.
middle school, I was on like the B team in CYO, and then I was doing so well, they asked me to play on the A team, and
Mm,
then I played in the A team, and then so I was kind of like playing both or whatever.
mm.
And then I went to high school and I went to AAU trials. I got cut a few times during the high school year. I started playing well or whatever. And the same coaches came and asked me to play on the team. That was crazy. I was like, I never forget that. And then
Wow.
during high school, like I got like suspended a lot,
Yep.
like a lot.
Yeah.
I probably got suspended like 3, 4 times a year.
Wow. Where did that come from? Because
Probably just,
you grew up going to church and stuff, and you had this
yeah, but
rebellious
you know,
side
I
to
grew
you.
up, my environment is different though. Like I grew up in Brooklyn. You're not only getting raised by your parents, you also getting raised by what you're around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I thank God that I was able to have basketball because I don't know where I would have been without hoops.
Yep.
Because I was
Yep.
definitely doing some mischievous things in the streets.
Yeah.
But basketball kept me pretty much on a straight. I don't want straight and narrow because I definitely wasn't straight and narrow, but
Yeah.
kept me on a better
Close
path, I
enough.
would say.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
so I had, back to high school. So I was playing, and I missed a lot of games just because of just off the court things like bad attitude. And I remember one time I had got suspended because I like was damn near about to charge at the coach.
Whoa.
Yeah, stuff like that, man. It was like I had a lot of anger issues.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I broke like windows in the school.
Yep.
Yeah, so I got suspended one time. But I got suspended like 5 games going
Wow.
into, I think, was it my junior season or my senior season? I don't even remember. And then after high school was done, I went to prep school.
Yep.
And that was good. That was good. I was doing well. I was doing well there. I played with Tyreek Evans.
Oh, you played with Tyreek Evans.
Yeah, at American Christian.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Cool.
So
How'd you
yeah,
go
well,
with him? How was he?
that was good. It was good. I was playing pretty well
Yep.
when I played. So that went well. I had
Yep.
schools. Yeah, we had a lot of schools at practice, obviously. It was
Mm.
we had like, I would say like 10. There's 12 guys on the team. Might have had 10, 11 Division One players.
Yep.
So practice was crazy.
Yep.
Then I went to Blinn.
Blinn
My
is a
first
JUCO.
year. Yeah, junior college.
Yep.
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 So got a scholarship there. That was the start of greatness right there.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay.
that's where it went. You know what I mean? I started wild, and it was just a great first season.
Mhm.
I was I think after the season was done, I think it was third team All American, first team All Region. I didn't get play of the year. I probably should have got play of the year both years, but we didn't win the region, so they didn't give that to me.
Yep.
But I led the region in scoring. I was top 20 in the country in scoring.
You're balling.
And then yeah, I was wilding. And then
Yeah.
so I broke the record for the school, the most points scored in the season.
Mm.
Right.
You still
And
got it?
then
Who knows?
yeah, I still got it.
You still got it?
And then
Hey.
yeah. I'm the all-time leading scorer there at
Okay.
Blinn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I tried to do 1 year and out, and I committed to Marquette
Mm. You committed to
verbally.
Marquette?
Yeah, verbally committed to Marquette.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a lot of. I got a lot of stuff, and then I verbally committed to Marquette, and then
Yeah.
stuff hit the fan. Like I played in some game back home,
Mm.
and I guess they found out about it, or
What?
it wasn't like sanctioned or college sanctioned or whatever.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
street ball game, and I used to get paid, under the table type of thing. Now it
Right.
doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter now. Like
Yeah.
got a couple bucks to play.
Yeah.
When you and they didn't know I got paid, but I played in that game, and it was like in a magazine. So my dad had got in contact with the person that the author that did the magazine or whatever. He got it taken off, but it was like a red flag from Marquette. They thought I was gonna have 3 years,
Ah.
and then what I mean, they looking at like, oh, I'm about to lose a year plus the year. So I would have had like they trying to say I would have had 1 year left, and then
Yeah.
it was just a lot going on. So I lost that. So I wound up doing 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I broke my record again the second year. So I broke my own record.
At Blinn.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
broke my own. I broke my own season scoring record again, and I was top 5 in the country in scoring this time. And
Okay.
I was first team preseason, first team All American. But we had a losing year though.
Mm-hmm.
So also I even had I was doing so well. I had NBA scouts calling my coaches, stuff like that for junior college. But they was like, oh,
Yo.
he needs 1 more year, and you got to be winning.
Yeah.
When you try to do when you at a small place or
Gotta
a
be
play,
winning.
or you're somewhere, that's not like you're not playing, the D1 level yet in terms of
Yeah.
4 year. So they want you to be like winning, not just dominating, but winning too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my
Makes sense.
first year we was winning and I was dominating. Then my second year we started off well, but I started getting double teamed and triple teamed or whatever. So we started losing, and then what I mean, they said, oh, you got to go to now. They like, oh, you got to go to Division 1 and show us what you can do.
I was gonna ask
Yeah,
you real
so
quick interjection. Do you have much like, what's your mindset around the fact that like, you pursued your whole life for this dream to play in the league and you never really got your shot? How have you dealt with that, and what's your mindset around that in terms of like, you didn't get to have a crack in the NBA? Do you feel resentful?
I guess I look at it like God got other plans for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like me giving back to the game is my way of making it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's just how I gotta look at it. Like, you know what I mean? You can't be bitter. You got to give back to the game if
Mm-hmm.
you really love the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not even about the money. If you just really love the game, you love the game. I mean, as
Mm-hmm.
cheesy as it sounds, that's really what it is. It might sound like corny to people, but it's like, if you love the game, whether you make the NBA or not. Dang, hold on real quick, man. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, but where was you at, man? My
oh,
phone.
you were just saying how like, yeah, God had other plans for you. It's not about having bitter or resentment. And if you love the game, then you give back to the game because you love it, rather than, feeling ripped off or anything like that.
Yeah, so I like God. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say there are things I would have changed going back, probably.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But I don't regret the journey.
Have you been through some injuries as well, or is it mostly like just this kind of grind mindset where like you've always had to kind of scrap for everything you need to get?
Nah,
Like,
I've been through hella injuries, man. I just didn't mention that. I broke
yeah,
my
yeah.
ankle.
I want to know, man. Like,
Yeah, I broke my ankle when I was
yeah.
like in prep school, like 19 years old.
Mm.
I was having hell of a camp.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if I would have made the top 20 game or whatever, or I think it's the top 20. Top 20. I think top 20 game. I don't know if I would have made it because there's a lot of politics involved in that. But I was definitely,
Yeah.
definitely killing and playing
Yeah.
well. Then my dad had to carry me out. It was just bad, man. I was like, the pain. I wasn't even crying because of the pain.
Mm-hmm.
I was more crying because I was upset. You know what I mean? It was tears of the pain of not being able to,
The emotional pain, right?
benefit from the fruits of my labor. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I was doing well, working hard, and this is what you work for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get all these hours, all this time you put in for these moments, and then you
Mm-hmm.
get hurt. It's like, damn, bro. It's like a shot to the heart.
So what's going through your mind, and what's your mindset like, or what advice do you give to players coming up now who are going through these injuries and stuff? How do you approach something like that really can derail your path, I guess?
Yeah, you could say honest. You could really honestly say what you want to say because everybody's different. There's guys who come back from like look at Paul George. He had a gruesome injury and he came back amazing.
Yeah,
And there's other guys. They just that it's not the same for them. It's like you know what I mean. Injury sometimes it's just I think it's just the person who you are
mm-hmm.
and how your body gonna take certain injuries because we all built different.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to tell a kid like, yo, you gotta do this. I mean, I'm going to tell a kid still like, yo, you gotta what injury? If you got an injury, you gotta attack it this way, that way. That's how I would do it from
Mm-hmm.
experience.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know where a kid could be at mentally. You know what I mean? I can only just try to be like a positive reinforcement in his life, hopefully. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know no player that hasn't had an
It's
injury.
part of it, right?
It's part of it, yo. I don't know about a major injury because I've had major injuries. Thank God it wasn't like ACL or anything like that. But still,
Mm-hmm.
it still took me away from the game. Like broken
Mm-hmm.
ankle, I was out for a while. That was like 4 months. You know what I mean? Stuff keep you away for a while. Those are major injuries. So I think you had major injury.
Yeah, man. Like I feel like so.
Didn't you like break your leg or something? Or didn't you have a cast on one time when I was there?
Man, bro, I've been through the ringer, bro. Like it's been tough,
I'm
man.
trying to think. I remember. I think I remember you being in the cast, if I'm not mistaken.
I was in a moon boot for 9 months,
Damn.
and that was tough.
Once.
And you know, and I also had like an actual kind of an illness kind of overran my body for quite some time to the point where like I was like sidelined, like there was nothing, you know what I mean? And so it really felt like super outside my control, but like it also presented quite a gift because during my time away from like being forced off the court, it really gave me opportunities to reflect and to learn about my mind a lot more and to actually understand what health is and how to take care of the body and how to take care of the mind. And, you know, those times off the court, I leveled up so much mentally that whenever I went back on the court, I was just like that much better because the one thing that was always holding me back throughout like my whole journey was it was always mental for me. Like I had the work ethic and my body, obviously I didn't come into my body until I was super late. So I was super late bloom. Like even when you last saw me, man, I just looked at our video like the other day and I was like, man, I was tiny, man, like still. And I'm like, bro, like what is this? God, what's happening? So, there was a few things that didn't work in my favor, man. But there's like overall, there was years that I was like out of the game, like years. It wasn't just like days, and this is like my whole life as well. And you know what that's like. But yeah, it's funny, man. But I definitely have such a new perspective on it all, and kind of like you in some ways, I do feel like that's a part of my journey, and because that's the reality that I'm dealing with, that's what I have to work with and find the opportunity within that to keep bettering myself and see what gifts it can bring as well. So now for the next kid who's coming along, who's going through certain struggles, like, I have my 2 cents, you know what I mean? And
Right.
it's hard, but it's all a part of it. As you said, people go through this stuff, and I feel like how you approach it mentally has a very big effect on how you come out of it. And, a lot of guys wouldn't see it as a gift, but like there's always opportunity, I feel, when you're forced away from the thing that you love, and you gotta be in your own mind and be like, how am I gonna deal with adversity? Because like that's what life's about, right? Like it's not easy. And how you deal with one thing is how you deal with everything. So well, that's what I believe anyway. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's interesting.
yeah. Adversity definitely makes or breaks.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people that that are out here in a dark space because
Mm-hmm.
they've been broken, unfortunately, by the adversity of whatever the situation is, what have you. Yeah, so they've been broken, and it's sad, but I look at like basketball as a luxury, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
These things, if we can enjoy something and it can help us, and it could be like our job, and we could enjoy it, and you enjoy your job, no matter what it is, basketball, whatever, soccer, football, whatever, or whatever, or a desk job. If you love that job, once it's like you said, once it's taken away, or you hit like a certain a point where it's like challenging, or is there's adversity or something like that. That is only either gonna make you stronger, or
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna fail. It's really
Yeah.
that's what it's really what it is. And a lot of people quit. Basketball is a sport where a lot of people quit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people quit. Like people, I'm talking about like there could be. I could have quit when that
Mm-hmm.
coach told me you ain't gonna be as good as a D3 player. That quit right there, right there. Quit. An average kid probably would have quit.
Mm-hmm. And that's the difference, man, because like all these dudes who achieve like great success, you gotta be able to push through the through that adversity, because it's not supposed to be easy, and it's gonna be easy when it's easy, but how do you respond when it's not easy? That's what makes the difference, right? And like there's a quote from a book called Hagakure, and it says, the more water there is, the higher the boat rises. And it's like sometimes you need that adversity in order to actually reach the greatness potential that you have. Without that adversity, we don't grow. We don't get better, we don't get pushed, and you know, half like Giannis isn't where he is today if he didn't grow up like having to work for everything he's got. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
Right.
like,
Exactly.
and he approached it every time with the mindset like, I'm gonna like blast through this barrier. I'm gonna blast through this wall. Like I don't care what anyone says. Tunnel vision, and let's go. And those guys, the best guys, the greatest of all time in anything, they had to overcome some serious adversity. And like at some point, you got to ask yourself, do I want this or do I not? And if it's you want it, then you got to go for it, I feel. And that's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, I
And
mean, yeah, that's what it is.
you taught me you gave me one of the hardest lessons. So this is the hardest lesson I ever had to learn, man. And you actually gave it to me. And I was like, fuck. So,
Tell me, 'cause I definitely don't remember.
so man, when I was young, you told me hard work cannot be denied, right? And so I took this and I was like, all right, let's go. Let's put this to the test. And I worked, man, and I worked hard. And I came back to you. Maybe it was in the same conversation when you first told me that, or maybe I came back to you later, and you told me, you said, hard work alone doesn't guarantee you success. It's not a guarantee. It just gives you a chance.
Hmm.
And I was
That's a
like,
fact.
damn, that's true. Like you can't say that because I worked hard, I am owed anything from the world. And that's what you told me. And you were like, it doesn't guarantee it. It only gives you a chance. And I was like, sweet, still a chance I'm willing to take. Let's go. And now I just feel so grateful, man, because like I feel like I saw through my journey as a basketball player as far as I could push it, man. Like I pushed it, and now I can sleep at night knowing that I saw it through. I really believe that. I really believe that I saw it through. And then when it was the responsible decision to switch up the focus, I took all the lessons that I learned from this journey of, learning how to work hard, learning how to work as a team, learning how to overcome adversity. And I took that and now I just apply it to a new vehicle in life, and so like I would never take back the heartbreak basketball gave me, man, like day after day after day, I felt like I was just getting punched in the face like every day. Like I'd be crying,
Yeah.
man. I'd be like, what the? I'd be asking God, man. I'd be like, God, like, what are you talking about, man? Like, I'm working hard.
Right. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. But you told
Go
me
so
that,
hard.
man.
That's dope though, man. Damn, that's dope.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, no, I appreciate you for that, man. I appreciate you for that. And yeah, you've always kept it 100, I guess. So it's not always what I like
Absolutely.
to hear, but
Absolutely.
it's always right. It's always right. And sometimes I don't realize it's right until quite some time later.
Yeah, I don't. That's one thing I don't do with the kids out here. Like I'll tell them the truth. I'll be like,
Mhm.
I got one kid, got all the potential in the world.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Young, tall, lanky, all the, you know what I mean, characteristics of a Division 1, basketball player.
Mhm.
Like right now.
Mhm.
And like, what school you want to go to? Forget what he told me. Like some high levels college.
Mhm.
Like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? So I'm working them out. And I gotta keep telling them, yeah, yeah, go harder, go harder, go harder. I'm like, I said, yeah, you want to go to this school, but you working out like a D3 player right now.
Mhm.
So this is you not working, and that's no disrespect to D3 or no slight
Mhm.
to those guys, because playing college basketball in the States is like slim to none. It's like I don't know, the percentage is low. I think it's lower than 10%
Mhm.
on any level. I'm talking about like Division 1, 2, or 3.
Mhm.
I think it's like really slim because there's a millions of kids that want to play college, and there's only, you know what I mean, thousands thousands of colleges.
Tell me what you think of this real quick. Quick sidebar. So I always hear these stats, man, and people like, like 1% of people get to make it to college, and then 1% of those guys get to play D1, and then 1% of those guys get to even have a shot like in the NBA, and 1%, 1%. And it's just, everyone's like talking about these stats like, oh, the chances are so slim. But I sometimes think of it a little bit different. Like, if you're willing to do what 99% of people aren't, all of a sudden the chance of you being that 1% become a lot higher. And I feel like sometimes people put these limits on themselves where it's like, oh, it's 1% of the 1% of the 1% that makes it to the league. It's like, but do you work as hard as the 1% of the 1% of the 1%? Because if you don't give yourself a chance to be that. And I'm like,
Yeah,
the stats don't make sense for me because, like, yeah, it's a small percentage, but like half, like you can already wipe out like 50% of that category just based on the fact that people don't work hard. And it's like, you just increase your chances by 50% that you're going to make it. You know what I mean? It's like, and then give yourself like a good body type, give yourself a couple of skills, give yourself the right coaching program, a little bit of this and that, little recipe. And all of a
yeah.
sudden your chances are much higher. And I always find that interesting. That's just a personal sidebar. But you were saying about this, if you want to touch on that, you can. But you were saying about this kid who works out like a D3 player or worked out like a D3 player.
No, going back to what you said, yeah. Now, obviously, if you make the sacrifices,
Mm,
you definitely, your chances definitely increase
mm,
for sure.
mm,
But like I said, back to that kid,
mm-hmm,
he has more of a chance going back to what, you know what I mean, to kind of piggyback off that a little bit
mm-hmm.
from what I was talking about. He
Yep.
has a chance to be a Division 1 player,
Right.
but he is not working like that. There's a kid out there who doesn't have what he has, and probably going hard as hell.
Mhm,
You know what I mean? Going, you know what I mean? Just doing whatever he can to, but he just don't got it.
mhm,
You know what I mean? It's like that. It's unfortunately some kids just don't have it. They have the work ethic, they have the great attitude, great teammate, great body language, great everything. And then there's just that kid who has it, but he don't have the mentality of the work ethic. Like he's already like, I'm already good, or he
Yeah.
walking around here like he big man on campus or whatever. And it catches up to you though.
Yeah. Those
Catches
people
up
used to
because
piss me off, man.
yeah,
I'm a lot more like chill about it now, but like that's still, or it depends what they say. Like if their actions don't match their words, then that pisses me off. But if they say
yeah.
like, "Oh, I just want to have fun with it," then I can respect that these days. But like I used to be like, "Are you kidding me, bro? Like you're 6'5" and you're strong and you're just gifted athletically and you don't work hard. What is happening?" And it used to piss me off, man.
Yeah, that's yeah, I get pissed. I see kids, I'm just pissed in general when I see a kid not working out. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, excuse me, when I see a kid not working hard, that
Yeah.
just pisses me off. It's like you out here and there's no disrespect to the South Jersey area, but it's really not that good in terms of basketball.
Mhm.
And the kids be out here, they think I don't know what they think. Like I did it. I already did it.
Mhm.
I'm I'm telling you, I'm giving you a little bit of what I have to give back. I'm trying to give you some of my knowledge to give
Mhm.
back to the game. You know what I mean? And some of the kids, they probably looking like, who you think you are? That's the mindset some of them have. Like, who you
Mhm.
think I know who I am. You trying to find
Mhm.
yourself.
Mhm.
You trying to become something.
Yeah.
I've already did what most of y'all trying to do. And a lot of y'all probably not gonna accomplish what I've done. And that's
Mhm.
no disrespect. That's just what it is.
Mhm.
A lot of kids ain't gonna accomplish what I've done. They not. And me trying to give back so some of them can. I want to get that 1% to 2%. I want to get that, you know what I mean, that 2% to 3%,
Mhm.
hopefully. But it don't always work out like that.
Yeah.
But like I said, but you like you said, you work hard. It ain't promised, but you give yourself a chance. So
Yeah.
I'm giving my thought, my mentality behind it is if I give back, hopefully I'm giving somebody a chance, and I'm the blessing that God gave me, I'm trying to be a blessing on someone else. And if I
Mhm.
can do that, then why not?
Mhm.
Are there kids that's gonna receive it? No. And are there ones that will? Yeah. Like I had a kid in my program. He played in my program a few years back. He just got Player of the Year, Division 3.
Mhm.
That was big. That's big. I hit him up. I tagged him. I said, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? That's big. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Good kid,
Mhm.
great student. Always worked hard. He was quiet. Never, no disrespect. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, coach. No, coach.
Mhm.
Stuff like that. Great kid. And I don't know if I saw him getting like Player of the Year, but I'm not surprised.
Mhm. Mhm.
He grew too. He grew like my height now. Yeah,
Mhm.
he grew and he got Player of the Year, and it's just good to see success. And
Yeah.
you and I'm not even I don't really care whether I'm the reason or not, or
Mhm.
I'm just glad to be a part of his journey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just a part of the journey. Just I was uh, even if I was one page in that chapter,
Mm.
I don't have to be the whole chapter. If I was one page in that chapter of your life and I helped you, you remember something about me that was positive that I reinforced, you know what I mean, you, or that instilled in you or whatever, then I feel good. I don't want nothing from nobody. I just want them to be successful. That's all. That's it. Like
Mhm.
you said, I told you something a long time ago, and
Mhm.
it stayed with you. That's what I saw. That's all I want from these other kids is they see me 10 years later, like, dang, I ain't see you in a while, coach. What's up? How you been?
Mhm.
Remember you told me this? Now look, you know what I mean? Now I'm coaching. I'm training whatever, or whatever. You know what I mean? I just want. That's all I
And
want.
and your actions speak louder too, man, because like you came into my life at a really pivotal time for me as a young dude who was like I had zero male role models, like zero. And so I come into this sport and I'm trying to like prove myself, and there's this insecurity around like even deep down, like if you want to get like deep about it, it's like it's all things like coming back to my dad and everything. Like we didn't have a good relationship, and there's a part of me that's like that wants to like earn his love and all this, that, and the other. But like I didn't have no good role models. And so when you come into my life when I'm like 13 or 14 as a young man, like I watched you, you know what I mean? Like I watched you play and I saw you dominate, and then I watched how you behaved off the court, and I watched you work, and I watched you have a good attitude, and I watched you, you know, I watched you grind, and I watched you, I watched you like be, like give back and be kind and like go about things the right way and like have good integrity as well. And all of those things at the exact time in my life, like I needed that. You know what I mean? And that I I believe I believe wholeheartedly to this day, like it changed my life. I really believe that. I believe my whole trajectory of life changed because if I hadn't come across you, and maybe it would have been someone else, maybe not. And maybe this other person would have been a bad influence. But I feel like just like you, like basketball, you said basketball kept you on like on the path, like similar for me. And just being able to see you at that young age, that is what sparked my dream. That's what sparked my dream and allowed me to chase a dream for like 10 years. And I would not give that up for anything. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it's
deep.
crazy.
That's deep and that's dope to hear though. All right, a
Yeah,
lot of that makes me OD happy, man. Damn.
yeah, for real,
Yeah.
man. And so like you
That's
never know
crazy,
what,
yo.
yeah, you, it's
I
crazy,
like that. That's
man.
crazy.
Yeah, you never know what impact you're having, man, because like it hit different for me, man, because like as I said, like 13 or 14, never had a male role model, and now I got this good influence, and all of your time here in Australia went straight into my brain. It's like core core memories, man. It's crazy, and it all sunk in, and yeah, like my mom thought I was crazy. She was like, "What you doing? Getting up at like 5 a.m. doing push-ups?" She's like, "What's going on here?" Like, yeah, it's so funny, man. And I'll be eating, I'll be working, I'll be shooting. It's like,
That was crazy. I remember I had the key to the gym. I was in that thing like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. working out before the crack of dawn, before the sun was even up.
mm-hmm,
Was in that gym working out.
mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's crazy, man. Hey, I have this question. When you're in those moments, right? So you're this is the one that I can relate to because I was here for it. When you're in Australia, you were you were living out of that trailer at the back of Clippers Stadium.
That shit was nice though.
It was actually nice.
Yeah, it was nice. It
Yeah,
was nice.
yeah. Okay,
It
cool,
was
cool,
real.
cool.
It was actually real nice.
Oh, real?
Yeah, it was like like one of those like I don't know if you watch like the shows where they do those renovation things.
Yeah, yeah,
It was like a trailer that it was nice, man. I ain't gonna
yeah.
front. It was so big bed, everything.
It looks like
TV
a piece of junk, man. just like
on
a
the
piece of
outside.
yeah,
On the
yeah, yeah.
outside. It was nice though.
It looked bad. But even like this is after Western Kentucky. This is after, not having to take an alternate route to the league. This is, coming into a new country. How do you keep your head up, and how have you been able to like maintain faith throughout so much uncertainty and so much resistance with your injuries and like all this stuff. Like, how have you been able to always see above that? I don't know. Is that even a question? Like, it might be a simple answer, but I need to ask it.
Um, I don't know, man. Yeah, I look at it like it's opportunity, being able to, travel the world like that because of basketball. Um, even though it wasn't the NBA, it was still a crazy, dope experience being out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, going to Norway and then going to, different places.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I said, back when I said love for the game,
Mm-hmm.
kind of keep you damn near playing for pennies almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
You loving the game that much. That's really what it is. Like there's kids out there. You train. I'm training them for not even my price. I'm lowering the price just because I want to help the kid, or
Mm-hmm.
they can't afford certain prices or whatever. It's because I love the game. Like, you know what I mean? If I could train for free, I would.
Mm.
But, it's part of how I live and make
For
money.
sure.
But
Yeah.
train. I could train if I could train for free. Absolutely.
Mm. Yeah, that's
That's how
great,
much I
man.
love the game.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, I want to be respectful of your time, man. So I might go through like my finishing like segment, but there's a bunch of questions here, but it's just short and sharp. And
Okay.
let's just get to the nitty gritty of it, man. And just like dive in. So like what I usually do when I'm like wrapping up is I call them like shot clock questions. So you got like 24 seconds to try and answer the question if you
Not a
can.
lot of question.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah. So I wrote a bunch down because I just want to like get like little gems from you. Um, but let's just see how we go. And if you feel like you need to go or anything, just give me the heads up and we can end it at any time. All right,
Gotcha.
man. The first one, and just have a crack, see how you go. The first one is, if you could ask all athletes to have 3 mental traits to give them the best chance of success, what would they be?
Yo, that's crazy. Shot clock. This is shot clock.
You could go. All right, we'll go college shot clock, man. We'll go college shot clock.
Oh, shot clock. Damn. You said 3. Say it again. Start over. My bad. I'm laughing and stuff.
You
My bad.
you
Say
good.
that. Start that over.
If you could ask all athletes to have 3 mental traits to give them the best chance of success, what would they be?
Damn. 3 mental traits. That's a tough one. I would say determined, be determined, have great body language, and dang, hard worker.
Yeah. All right, cool. And what about skill set wise? 3 skills every basketball player has to master to give them the best chance.
Being a great defender, that's definitely a skill. I would say be high level catch and shoot,
Mm,
and being able to finish around the rim.
mm. How do you maintain your mental health? That's a bit of a broad question, but what's like maybe a couple things you do to help maintain your like mental health? Because like there's a lot of pressure that gets put on like basketball players, even you as a coach, all this stuff, and I feel like I'm curious.
It's one word. Pray. God, pray. Stay in your word.
Mm,
God is great. That's all. Let's
mm.
pray.
Yo, do you have like a favorite Bible verse?
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Yo, yo,
My favorite verse.
like that. What's your hidden talent?
Hidden talent. This is shot clock.
This is shot clock, man. Yeah, you got some time, man. You got time
It's
to
my hidden
laugh. You got
talent.
time to think.
Yeah, I really don't know, yo. That's crazy.
You have a hidden talent. What can you do that I probably don't expect or probably don't realize about you? You could
Yeah, that's shot clock.
you
I
can
don't. I don't.
surf or you can dance or you can sing or you can play poker really well or I don't know.
Definitely can't dance. Definitely can't sing. Um, dang, hidden talent. That's crazy. I really don't
Cook.
know, man. I don't, that's a
You
good
can
one.
cook.
I can.
You can cook.
That's not that's not a talent though. I don't think. I think something just cooking is something you can work on.
Okay. That's true. I feel
Like
like you can work on everything.
you could literally go. You could be 50 years old and then cook all your life and go to culinary school and become a chef.
That's true.
Basketball though, imagine starting basketball at 50.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's a, basketball to me is something a talent. Cooking, you could be
Yeah,
raised
okay.
around it. You could be raised around it or not, and you can learn how to do it. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I feel
But
that.
I don't know. I don't know. I
You
really
really
don't.
good at
I could bowl.
oh, you can bowl.
I could bowl a little bit. I'm pretty decent.
Okay. I'll take it.
I put the spin on the ball.
Oh, do ya?
So when I bowl, it spin across the lane. Yeah, I could bowl a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can put spin on the ball. That's that's I'll give you that. I'd say that's talent because I can't do that. Or not currently anyway. I see if I try to put spin on the ball, it just goes down the gutter, but that's all right. Um, what's your what's your view on the victim mentality and how have you managed to avoid this throughout your career despite having every possible reason?
Say it again.
What's your view on the victim mentality and how have you managed to avoid it throughout your career despite having every possible reason?
You said victim.
Victim. Yeah, playing the victim.
Victim
Oh, woe
mentality.
is me. You know, this is
Oh,
his fault, her fault.
I don't have that mentality though.
Yeah, how have you managed to avoid that? Why don't you
Avoid
have
it.
that? Yeah, why don't you have that mentality? Because a lot of people do. A lot of people, oh, this injury, like my life's done. Like, oh, it's all this person's fault, that person's fault, whatever. I'm the victim. This is,
Yeah, I don't mean can't be you can't I don't think you could be a victim of something that you enjoy. Does that make sense?
mm,
Like you
yeah,
enjoy the game.
yeah,
Not everybody not gonna make it to the NBA or overseas or to college. But if
mhm,
you enjoy something, how could you be a victim? You know what I mean? You can't be a victim if you enjoy it. The game is too good. It's too much to learn. It's too much fun. You know what I mean? If you, I feel like if you enjoy the process, you're gonna get doubters. You're gonna get lovers and haters or whatever you want to call it.
mhm,
It is what it is. You know what I mean? I can't. I don't. Was there times where I felt like a victim? Hell yeah. But
mhm.
when it's all said and done, I look back at those people like appreciate it. You just a part of the journey where I just, you know what I mean, you one of the steps I had to use to get to, you know what I mean, where I'm at. So nah, no victim. That's how I avoided the victim mindset.
Yeah, nice. Nah, that's cool. That's cool. Who's the most notable player that you've played with? Perhaps, you mentioned Tyreek Evans, Isaiah Thomas at some of those camps and stuff. Who's the most notable player you've played with?
Played with.
Yeah, I reckon. Oh, I saw a picture actually. Quick side note. I saw a picture. Were you playing against AD?
Yeah, in college.
Yeah, you played against AD, and also were you playing in front of Barack Obama in one of your pictures?
Yeah. That was my senior year. Yeah, we was in a
That's
tournament.
that's crazy. What'd you say at the tournament?
Uh-huh.
What'd
Say
you
it again.
say? What'd you say at a tournament? What was the
At
game?
the tournament, March Madness
Oh yeah.
in the
Wow,
actual tournament. Yeah.
wow. You got Obama sitting right there in your picture. That's crazy.
Oh, do you live on the coast?
Yeah. I live on the coast. Yeah. About
Coast is crazy, man.
about.
I ain't been. The coast is lit.
I'm like 15 minutes from Clippers Stadium right now.
Where do you be riding the bike over there?
Nah.
You just drive.
If I go, but I kind of stepped back the last little while, which is why like
Oh, okay.
I stepped back from the game quite a bit, but I still have so much love for it, and I still like to give back to the game, but more so from a psychological point of view because that's where I'm most interested, and that's where my fascination is. So that's why I kind of even do this and do the podcast. I'm just having a crack, man. Like it's nothing. I'm no professional or anything, but I'm having a crack in giving it a go and trying to extract some knowledge from dudes like yourself so that we can help younger yous and younger me's coming through and instill a little bit of wisdom for people who don't have those role models around. Like I just imagine myself at like 13, 14, etc., being able to listen to you, someone who I looked up to, and take a piece of their mind. I think that's special. And I think that lasts beyond. I think that can travel wide and far. And I think, it impacts one kid or one person, one thing that you say, and it can make the world a difference, I feel. So yeah, that's what gets me going.
I like it. That's good though, man. It's
Yeah.
good to hear.
Yeah.
Like I said, always try to. If I could be a blessing on anyone, I've done my job in some way.
Mm,
That's how I look at it.
mm.
This guy gotta send me the address. He taking forever.
How long till you got to go?
I'll probably leave it in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, sweet. We'll wrap it up, man. I got one more question that I want to ask.
Go ahead.
Um, what's the best thing about being a father, and what lessons are you trying to instill into your daughters?
Hmm. What's the best thing about being a father? You said
Yeah,
that might be a broad question too.
it's broad. Interpret it
There's
as
so many.
specifically as you like.
I don't know. Just man, you would get like these type of questions. You just get corny answers.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
no, I mean, from
But
from how I'm thinking, like it's like just seeing my girls every day, smiling, happy. You know what I
mm,
mean? Being able to know that me and my wife are the reason for that. You know what I mean? That we putting the clothes on their back, we putting a roof over their head, we providing for them. You know what I mean?
mm,
That's the best part of being a father, knowing that you got two human beings that you are literally you're literally like that's like like lifeline. That's
mm,
you made them. It's like
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
it's really hard to even there's so many things and so many emotions that come with what I mean being a father. It's like those are my girls. I just want them to be great women and great women of God first. And I want them to be able to do the same and better. You know what I mean? Like giving back, stuff like that.
Mm,
Like their mom does. Their mom does that stuff. She'll do the what you do, like the homeless, give the homeless thing, right? Right, Nay? She give out like food at the church, stuff like that. Like being a dad, like I said, it's just joy. It's just a joy.
Mm.
Sounds cheesy, but that's really what it is. It's just like seeing them smile every day.
Mm.
My pretty little girls. You never met them either, so you got to meet them.
I never even met him, bro. But yeah, I'm keen to hit up America. I'm keen to see you over here in Australia, man. It's gonna be
Yeah,
a
we
good
got to
time.
come over there. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring the whole family over there.
yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta get I gotta get these passports.
Yep. Yeah, that'd be nice, man. No, that's awesome. Well, bro, like, thanks so much for taking the time today, man. I really appreciate it. We had a good
For
old chat,
sure, man. For
and
sure.
yeah, I really enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing everything, man. And as I said, you changed my life, bro. And so I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to sit down with you and kind of see inside your mind a little more as well. But yeah, we need to catch up in person, man, because it's different, you know,
Yeah, it's different for sure.
different.
For sure.
But yeah, yeah. But yeah, all the best with everything, man. Go hit up that podcast today. Hope you have a
Yeah,
good time.
I'm gonna send you them links.
Hit me up with the links. Yup. And yeah, keep taking good care of yourself and your family. And I hope everything stays well for you, man.
No doubt. Tell your mom, your sister, right?
All right.
Yeah, tell
Yup.
them I said hello.
Yup. Hey,
All right, be well.
I always go out with gratitude. So as soon as I need to ask you, like, what's the one thing that you're most grateful for right now? And then we're done. That's a wrap on the podcast.
What's the thing I'm most grateful for right now?
Yup.
My family.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.